everybody, and welcome to the Dr. Mom Show. It is Dr. D, Mom of Three, yours truly. I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm so excited because tonight's show is going to be a little different. It is going to be a little interactive, so hands on. Whoop, whoop. Don't forget, before we get into things, to check out drdeleenmucilac.com. Get all the updates on what's going on, the newest shows. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Dr. Mom Show on YouTube. And also check out, of course, the Dr. Mom Show podcast. You can catch that on Apple Podcasts. That comes on also every Tuesday on radiolove.com. But if you miss an episode, don't worry about it. Any iPhone has the Apple Podcast app on it. And if you look up the Dr. Mom Show, you will find me there. So definitely subscribe to that too. Also, don't forget to like it and share it with any mamas, women, parents that you may know. Of course, don't forget to connect with me on Instagram at drmom_show and on Facebook, the Dr. Mom Show. So we're going to get right into our show today. And today we are doing how to wear your mask correctly. And this is so important because COVID now has been going around for a long time. And at this point, if your state is like mine, masks are mandatory. You can't go into the grocery store. You can't go into the mall. It's mandatory for you to wear a mask. So essentially, if you're above 2, you should be wearing a mask. And now some schools, it's a little different with the little kids they have. They let them slide because all the teachers are wearing them, but the older kids, of course, are wearing masks. So first of all, I just want to show you there's some different types of masks. So first of all, there is a material mask that some people have made, usually cotton. So first of all, I just want to show you there's some different types of masks. So first of all, there is a material mask that some people have made, usually cotton, that some people can sew or they buy at the store. This one I got for free from the baby school. It says SDL St. Louis Bay. And then of course we have your typical surgical mask that we have. And then of course I do not have an N95 at home because really those are to wear when truly something is going on. But most people aren't walking around with an N95 anyway. This is really what you should be doing at home and when you're just walking around. Really, we use the N95s when we have a positive case. That isn't the one that is recommended to walk around with. You can wear a regular cloth mask or the surgical mask that I showed you. So what we're going to be talking about today is how to wear your mask correctly, because boy, oh boy, there are some people out there who they might as well just take the mask off because it is not doing anything. And then some people are just straight up rude and not wearing a mask and following guidelines. So that's not cool, because right now that is the recommendation, in addition to social distancing and good hand hygiene. So number one, before you put your mask on, let's say you're getting ready to go to the grocery store and you're going out, definitely wash your hands. So good hand hygiene, wash your hands well, use hand sanitizer, whatever is available. Remember, you want to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. So sing your ABCs or sing the happy birthday song. I believe it's like 2 or 3 times that you sing, but 20 seconds, I just stick with the ABC song. And then remember, or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer, and you want that alcohol-based hand sanitizer to have at least, I say 70% or more. Some have 80%. Some just smell like moonshine at this point because there's so much alcohol in it. But you want at least 70% of alcohol in that hand sanitizer. So again, clean your hands really well before touching your mask, because remember, if you're touching your mask and your hands have germs on it already or dirt, you're already putting those germs on your mask. So I'm going to start off first with the regular surgical mask, just because that's what most people have. So again, when you put it on, you want to hold it by the ear pieces. So these 2 pieces right here, these are elastic and flexible. So if you have big ears, they're able to go over your ears. I got my ear pods on. So when you put your mask on, it needs to go over your nose. I repeat, your mask needs to go over your nose, okay? And I will show you in this video what not to do and how not to wear it. So when you put your mask on, again, remember, I'm not touching my mask and my hands are clean. So I'm going to put my mask on. I'm just holding my loops, and then I'm going to put my loops right over my ear. Making sure my earbuds are still in. So now, of course, everybody's face is a little different. So I have a smaller face. So the top part, which usually has a wire on it, for these surgical masks, again, my hands are clean. You want to pinch where your nose is and make sure it's nice and snug. Because if it's not snug, what's going to happen if I open this? If I yawn, that's going to happen. If I'm talking, it's going to slowly wiggle its way down as I talk. So it's important. That's why they put that wire there, so you can make it nice and snug to the bridge of your nose, so that fit is nice. The other thing I want you to remember is at the side of your face that it fits well. Make sure that mask is all the way out, nice and snug. It fits your face. And the bottom of your mask is under your chin. Okay, these are all very important things, because the key here is when we wear the mask, it's to protect our mucous membranes is what we're protecting. And mucous membranes includes things like our mouth and lips, our nose, inside our nose, our eyes. That's why, for example, at work, I usually wear a face shield or goggles because it protects my eyes. And if somebody like spits or sneezes and God forbid it comes out of the mask, my eyes are protected and it would hit the shield or the goggles. So you see how this mask fits me nicely, nice and snug. You can tell it's not too small for my face. I pinch my bridge of the nose so that it fits really nice. If I yawn, it doesn't come down. Okay, do you see that? Versus this, if I didn't pinch, it came down. Or if I was talking. So pinch the bridge of your nose so it looks good. Okay, now with the surgical mask, how not to wear your mask. I repeat, let me take this off so people don't see this and say what not to do is your mask should not be hanging out here. This is not, I repeat, this is not the appropriate way to wear your mask. Number one, your nose is a mucous membrane. So if somebody sneezes or coughs, or if you're sick and you sneeze or cough, boogies can still come out, germs can spray out of there. So this is not the way. I repeat, your nose and your mouth need to be covered in order to have your mask on appropriately, okay? So none of this. And of course, I hope you all know none of this, okay? Your mask should not be like this. And the key thing is, of course, when you're eating, we do say go ahead and take it off. Again, when you take it off, you want to take it off by the air loops. You don't want to touch the front of your mask. Again, I just touched it and my hands were clean at that point for the bridge of my nose. But let's say you're working on something, you don't want to constantly touch your mask. So let's say I went all day and worked. When I take my mask off, I really want to take my mask off by my air loops. Okay, did you see that? I didn't touch my mask, because a lot of times now we are having to re-wear masks. Also with cloth masks, at least you can watch. But if you don't feel your regular mask, like a surgical mask, got contaminated, let's say you went to the grocery store and you had contact with nobody, so you went super early and nobody else was there, then you can reuse that mask. But you have to remember that you want your hands to be clean also, so you're not spreading anything to yourself. Because remember, if you went to the grocery store, you just touched a whole bunch of stuff too. So key, use your air loops. Make sure your hands are nice and clean. Hand sanitizer or soap or water for at least 20 seconds. Make sure it's on well. Pinch the bridge of your nose so it's nice and snug. So even if you talk or you sing la 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 la, didn't know I could sing like that, right? Or you yawn, that does not come down. And then again, this is not the appropriate wear. If I got $1 for everybody who I saw wearing their mask like this, I would probably have a couple hundred of dollars. So, which is bad. So do not wear your mask like this. It needs to cover both your nose and your chin. And you see how that just fits so nice and snug. Definitely none of this. Don't put your mask like this. Because again, look, I'm having to touch my whole mask to go like this. This isn't a bonnet, people. And again, I know some people eat like this. If you're walking outside and around people, please do not put your mask down like this. But if you're going to eat, again, I just recommend taking it off with your loops, and again, just keeping those hands clean. Now going on to a cloth mask. So here's my cloth mask. These are a little snazzy. They have the nice little, what's the word? Adjustable, there we go. Adjustable straps here. So you can even do those, or if you make your own, you can kind of measure out your face if you're cool like that. Again, the same thing. I'm holding it by my ear loops. I'm not touching the front of the mask like, oh, let me get my mask on. You, again, want to wash your hands well, whether it's hand sanitizer with at least 70% alcohol or washing with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Ear loops. I put my mask on, again, over my nose. I'm not really a cloth wearing mask person. I think it's because I'm used to the surgical mask. Again, these masks do not have the wire in the bridge. So with the cloth mat, this is nice because this has the adjustable air loop, so it makes it more snug for me. So even if I yawn, it doesn't come down. But if I had it loose, I bet you it would come down. And again, you see it is covering my chin. You really don't want a mask. Some people I see, they're wearing masks and it's like here. So again, as they talk, sometimes it's sliding up. And again, it covers the sides of my cheek. It's nice and snug on my face. That's the key, that it's nice and snug on my face. Again, please don't walk around with your mask like this, because there's no point in even having your mask if you're walking around with it like this. And again, I repeat, I just want to show you this is not how you wear a mask. Please do not let me see you wear your mask like this. So this isn't a mouthpiece, it's a mask, okay? Do not have your nose exposed. Your nose and your mouth need to be masked. And again, using my air loops to take it off. Don't forget, if you're wearing, let me fix my hair. If you are wearing a cloth mask, do not forget to wash your mask. And I would recommend, if you're doing cloth masks, to have a few so that you can wash them. Whereas, the surgical mask, we can just dispose of and get another one. So the key things to remember with your mask is, number one, wash your hands really well, whether it's with soap and water 20 seconds or with a hand sanitizer with at least 70% alcohol. Use your air loops. Don't touch your mask. Use your air loops to put it on. Your mask needs to cover your nose and your mouth, please. On the adjustable places for the nose, just make it nice and snug. Again, this one has the wire. The surgical mask has the wire. The cloth mask I have has adjustable straps, so I adjusted it to the size of my face so it's nice and snug. Again, you want it to be snug because, one, if I sneeze, I don't want my germs coming out. And the other thing, if somebody else sneezes, I don't want their germs coming in. Hence why this is not the way you wear your mask. So again, please cover your mouth and your nose with your mask. And again, when you're taking your mask off, make sure you just use your air loop so you're not having to touch the front of your mask. So again, I hope this episode of the Dr. Mom Show was helpful. If you are walking out there and you are showing your nose, please note that that is a mucous membrane. So you need to cover your nose and your mouth with the mask, and make sure it is a proper and snug fitting mask, that it fits well and that it's not too big. And I ask, please try not to use adult masks on kids. I see some people kind of double looping, but again, remember, the face is so much bigger for kids compared to a kid's mask, and the cloth mask is good if you can make one. And I know they do sell, like Walmart sells kid size masks, so please get them the appropriate size. Again, I just want to encourage you to watch this or share this with somebody so everybody knows how to wear their mask appropriately. I hope you guys continue to stay safe and continue to follow the recommendations of wearing your mask, social distancing, good hand hygiene, and just being careful. Again, I love you guys. You guys have a great night. Don't forget to check out the Dr. Mom Show on both YouTube and then Radio Love. And then, of course, subscribing to the podcast on Apple Podcasts. And we'll be back here next Wednesday. And of course, don't forget to wash your hands, kiss your kids, love your family, and say your prayers good night. Bye bye.